Once upon a time, there was no life on Earth. It was a hot, molten ball of rock, the poisonous atmosphere. But over billions of years, the planet cooled and water formed in the oceans. Scientists don't know exactly how life began, but they think it happened in a series of chemical reactions. These reactions created simple molecules that could combine to form more complex molecules, like proteins and DNA. Eventually, these molecules came together to form the first living cells. The first living cells were very simple, but they were able to reproduce themselves. This means that they could pass on their genes to their offspring. Over time, these genes changed and mutated, which led to the evolution of new and different species. One of the most important events in the history of life on Earth was the Cambrian explosion. This happened about 541 million years ago, and it was during this time that many of the major groups of animals evolved, including insects, fish, and reptiles. Life on Earth has continued to evolve ever since. New species are still appearing today, and old species are going extinct. But even though life is constantly changing, one thing remains the same: life is amazing. It was a very different place then. It was hot and rocky, and there was no water. But then, one day, something amazing happened. A tiny spark of life appeared in the ocean. This spark was the first living thing on Earth. Over time, this tiny spark of life evolved into many different kinds of living things. There were plants, animals, and even people. Life spread all over the planet, from the highest mountain peaks to the deepest oceans. Today, there are billions of different kinds of living things on Earth. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they live in all sorts of different places. Life is amazing, and you are a part of this amazing story. You are a miracle of life. You are a gift to the world, and you are love. Early Earth. Earth was so hot that nothing could live there. But over time, Earth cooled down and water formed in the oceans. Asteroids and meteorites brought important chemicals to Earth, and soon the first living cells appeared in the shallow fringes of the oceans. Over millions of years, these simple living cells evolved into more complex forms of life, including plants, animals, and people. And today, Earth is home to an amazing variety of life forms. Life is amazing, and you are a part of this amazing story. You are a miracle of life. You are a gift to the world, and you are love. Chemical cauldron. Earth was a very hot place. There were no oceans, and the air was full of poisonous gases. But over time, the planet cooled down, and water vapor in the atmosphere turned into rain. The rain filled up the oceans, and lightning may have caused chemical reactions in the water. These reactions created complex molecules that were able to make copies of themselves. These molecules were the basis of life. First cells. Story time, friends. There were no living things on Earth. But then, one day, some special chemicals came together in the ocean and formed tiny, tough-walled bubbles. These bubbles were the first living things. The bubbles could reproduce themselves, which means that they could make more of themselves. Over time, the living bubbles evolved into more complex forms of life, including plants, animals, and people. And today, you're one of the many amazing living things on Earth. Story time, friends. All living things need energy. The first living cells got their energy from chemicals. But about 3.5 billion years ago, some cells called Searchable learned to use sunlight to make their own food. Searchable are very important for life on Earth. They helped to create the oxygen-rich atmosphere that we have today. And they are still alive today, all over the world. I hope you enjoyed the knowledge of energy from light, deep heat. Story time, friends. Scientists think that the first living things may have come from the deep ocean. There are hot volcanic vents in the deep ocean that release energy-rich chemicals. Simple organisms still live around these vents today, and scientists think that they are very similar to the first living things on Earth. These organisms can survive in very hot and harsh environments, and they don't need sunlight to live. I hope you enjoyed the knowledge of deep heat. Life is amazing, and you are a part of this amazing story. You are a miracle of life. You are a gift to the world, and you are love.
I hope you enjoy the story. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my channel, Bertie TV. Don't forget to click the bell icon for more motivational, moral, and enjoyable stories. Let me know how you like my story so I can create more for you kids. Enjoy.